So hello soldatans and welcome to our 21st of June patch or update overview for British forces in Company of Heroes 2. So my general opinion on the Brits is that they're trying to make their start with their infantry a little bit more, let's say, cheaper, so that they don't suffer too much when it comes to manpower bleed, but they are trying to balance their late game utilities and late mid game units. So let's take a look what we see. I mean, I believe that the British forces, their overall patch is pretty damn good. So let's go with the starting resources. Sorry. So it is 340 now instead of 290 as it was. So this will help with infantry, because so far the British infantry costs a lot, and it doesn't get a lot of people in it, and their opening is a little bit tougher. So this will definitely provide them with a little bit easier opener and to grab points. So definitely good, not bad addition. Universal Carrier, his cost is increased because he was overperforming. I mean Kübelwagen was to 110 manpower and the Carrier was 210 as well, and he had much more armor up front, and he could kill Kübelwagen like 2 times. So definitely good that they increased this to make that a little bit different differentiation. Goddamn. But they they buffed the sorry, the carrier, universal carrier, once he is upgraded with his additional abilities. So this way he will be a little bit more dedicated unit, not completely changed, but just a little bit more dedicated, by providing him with a little bit more armor and some more bonuses to his abilities, like Vickers, which will do a little bit more damage. It will they changed its cooldown, as you guys can see, its range and so forward. So they're just trying to make, once you upgrade this, so that you don't waste it immediately, so that it is just a little bit more durable, so that it can sustain. This change is definitely something which we should see on the half track as well. So if you give him, like for the Wehrmacht, if you give him the Flamers, then you should give him a little bit more armor, because let's be honest, no one is gonna sit in a paper vehicle which has a huge tank of flammable fuel. So yeah. Counter battery, great. So now it is not global and without the ammo. So now if you want to do a counter battery, which is great, which is providing the Axis with a little bit breathing space and lowering down the immense firepower of the British fucking annoying artillery. So now you have to pay 30 ammo, and you have a cooldown on the on the recharge for this ability, this counter battery. So definitely now the Brits will have to think when to use it, and will have to tactically use it and not just activate it, and that is it. Land mattress, I will not read all of this, you can see it, as you guys can see, but the main change will be that you won't have the land mattress you had before, because it will do much less damage. So they reduced its damage, they increased the CP, how much do you need to get it, the phosphorus barrage was especially changed, the scatter, the amount, and so forward. So they are reducing the effectiveness of this unit by increasing its scatter range and the amount of ammo which they're using. So definitely trying to balance it that way. Sexton, on the other hand, they are trying to buff this, trying to make people use Sexton because he's really underused as a dedicated howitzer mobile unit. So he's definitely not used by players a lot, and this way they're trying to utilize it to be used. The Firefly, when it comes to tanks, I believe this will be the biggest change. So the Firefly, his reload will go. So before I start this, what they changed is that they're trying to make Firefly a little bit more, let's say, usable and a little bit more, let's say, effective against tank, not by increasing his damage so much as his effectiveness and of his abilities. So they're improving his abilities to survive the battle and to provide a wider range of abilities and speed instead of increasing his damage and his, let's say, traditional traits which you usually give to tanks to get him better against the other tanks, for example, like armor or alpha damage and stuff like that. So the Firefly will get reload down lowered. So now the Tulip Rockets will deal half of the damage they did, but they can critically blind the target, so they don't see for 2.4 seconds. So the line of sight for tank which have been hit is 0 once it is hit. But that does not, I believe, that should not disable you to use fire ground, I believe. But we'll see how that will go up. Also, the recharge time goes down and the cost goes down. So they're definitely trying to boost up Firefly, as I told, with his abilities and his effectiveness instead of the traditional buffs which you can use. Infantry section, same as for the sniper. I will not mention that separately. They're just increasing the flare range. So that can be definitely interesting to see how that will affect. What I think about it, I'm honestly neutral, because most of the Brits will use their infantry section as a healers instead of those. I mean, they would usually use like one section with artillery instead of two. So yeah, because it was not that much used to be really questionable, even though it could be, but we'll see. The tank hunter infantry, their heat grenades got buffed because they were underperforming. Okay, I mean, we'll see. That is fine, but I mean, still they have anti-tank guns. So, I mean, the tank hunter infantry is being called in mid or early game just to counter like Lux or some scout vehicles which my Germans have, and the heat grenade will be a hell of a utility to be used, but late game it will not be that much. So they are definitely trying to make a Brits a little bit more stable mid-game anti-tank base, which is good. I mean, the Piats can do some good damage as well, the AT guns and the sniper, but the tank hunters are dedicated infantry units, and they require a commander to be called, so it is fine. So just to make those tank hunters usable and so that you know why you got them. So, basically, Bofors. Oh yeah, so the Bofors suppressive barrage ability. So the suppression barrage will now deal less suppression, and the scatter range is increased. This is good because, I mean, so far the Bofors, well, they would pretty damn easily could counter the mortars, and they are pretty damn good. I believe that we should lower down their suppression as well, because let's be honest, the flak cannot compare with the Bofors in any way. It has no suppression or anything. So I definitely believe that they should get the suppression generally lowered for Bofors as well. But we will see. we will see. Crumble target size increased from 18 to 22. So yeah, good. I mean, that's just trying to make Crumble a little bit balanced when it comes to fighting the Panzer IV, because the Cromwell, I believe, had an upper hand. His frontal armor, honestly, in my opinion, is better than Panzer IV's. Panzer IV is a glass tank, and by making a Cromwell a little bit larger target, provides a Panzer IV with a little bit bigger ability to penetrate effectively and do a little bit more damage in the RNG, but we will see. And the Churchill is, I mean, the cost of it was too high, because it was honestly only good against the infantry, against the tanks. He's just used to soak up damage. Just to soak up damage against tanks, his shit. He can counter Panzer IV. I mean, the Panzer IV will do a hell of a damage to him, just because the rapid fire and damage, but in the end, because of the health which Churchill has, it will be able to get Panzer IV. But this way, he is just used against infantry, and he's not really that effective. So lowering down his cost will probably make him a little bit more balanced and a little bit more realistic. So we will see how that will go. So, I want you guys to leave your opinion down below on Bofors and Flak. Just tell me, what do you think? Is Bofors way too OP when compared with the Flak? I mean, yeah, there is a big difference in the resources, but again, I mean, the Flak consumes a lot of population caps. So, just tell me, what do you guys think? And also, like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And don't forget to check the other patch for other factions, which you can find in the description down below using the links. So, thank you and see ya!